So you're gonna softball me,
Yeah.
right? Slow pitch softball. You're just gonna feed me the question, and then I'll answer the question.
No, I think it's fine.
Cool. Hi, my name is Michael Blight. I'm an assistant professor of communication and media studies at North Central College. That's just super simple. So I teach a bunch of different classes at North Central, from persuasion theory to public relations and public relations campaigns. Anything with the media and the internet, I probably teach something about it. My research mostly focuses on new media technology, things like YouTube and Instagram, Twitter, and even TikTok. And so what I do is I try to find out where the communicators use those technologies to best communicate with other people within those online communities. My favorite class to teach at North Central is maybe persuasion theories. I like having to investigate how we are persuaded as human beings. Sometimes we're not aware of it, and sometimes we're the ones doing the persuading. And so it's nice to have students think about themselves as both recipients and senders of persuasive messages. The easy answer is everyone. The real answer is anyone who has interest in culture, in people, in communicating in general. One of the problems with communication as a discipline, as a major or minor field of study, is that we all think we have a pretty good sense as to what it takes to be either a good or a bad communicator. But when we think about what makes a good communication student, it's just that interest in how people communicate in their low points and then the high points in life, but also people who want to figure out how to better themselves either in a workplace setting, within personal relationships. So there's a lot of utility of being a communication major. I don't think that we have one archetype of student who really loves math and so they go into math as a major. They really love science and experimenting. I think to be a communication student, you just have to have a baseline level of interest in people and communicating. And if you meet those two criteria, you're in a pretty good state of affairs to start a major or minor in communication. There are a lot of opportunities with a degree in public relations versus a degree in organizational communication. The best and worst part about communication as a discipline is that there are so many things you could do, whether it be an HR practitioner or somebody that's working in the media. So it's complicated in terms of what jobs you can do. We're biased into thinking you can do most jobs, but in terms of specific skill sets, and you look at what employers are looking for in candidates, communication, regardless of major or background, is going to be one of those utility skills that you'll have despite career path. Yeah, I had a bunch of non-communication professors that changed the way that I thought about education in general. I had an economics professor named Tony O, and he was this electrifying personality. I had this very sturdy, bearded man by the name of Bill Shields, and he taught two classes that I took: geology, introduction to rocks basically, and then the natural disasters class. And he had such an infectious personality. He cared so much about rocks that I just really resonated with him and his enthusiasm. And so I just always wanted to pay attention because it seemed to me that he put so much time and effort into making it enjoyable for us, hundreds of students that weren't even geology majors or minors, just general education students, that degree of commitment made me want to care. My favorite class of all time. My favorite class was a public relations capstone course taught by Mary Ann Moffett. I spent the entire semester working on a public relations campaign for Gatorade. At the time, this is early 2010s, they had launched the G Series campaign, and so I collected every news clipping, every TV spot. This is sort of early day internet with Twitter and Facebook and social media, but I collected pretty much anything that I could ever find surrounding Gatorade and all their campaigns, and I compiled it into this massive binder and analyzed basically page over page over page over what I thought, based on the class's content, what I thought they were doing right, what they could improve upon. And I spent so much time working on that audit that when I was done with it, it felt so bittersweet to be done with this hundreds of pages of documents, but also the nice feeling of being done with hundreds of pages of documents and having this giant binder that I literally left on her desk, and I said, I'm done, I'm just done with it. Not that I don't think I have one. actually, I do have the one thing that I always go back to, whether it's being an instructor or a coach or a mentor to anyone. The thing that I always point back to is that at any given moment, there are two things you can control: your attitude and your effort. And I think if you have those two things in line, you're going to be okay.